Ezekiel 6 and 11 and 12. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, smite with thy hand, and stamp with thy foot, and say, Alas, for all the evil abominations of the house of Israel. For they shall fall by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence. He that is far off shall die of the pestilence, and he that is near shall fall by the sword, and he that remaineth and is besieged shall die by the famine. Thus I will accomplish my fury upon them. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father, His Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bracha, Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who rule well and teach well. Salutations to the hopeful elect. GMS Arkansas coming with this lesson. It's like news, it's all prophecy. I got this email from a brother, I think it was Izar from St. Louis, the Water brother, for always sending information, prophecy news. Just keep up your good work, brother. The brother sent me this article about flesh-eating zombie drug trans takes over LA streets as users were rotting skin and seen hunching over and spaced out across the city, while officials say they can't ban it because it's legal. Okay, so what you have, that's the Most High working his prophecy into fruition where we see it. The Lord said that he will bring pestilence. Okay, now let's look up the word pestilence. He said he would bring pestilence to destroy, and the Lord has done it through different eons. He has destroyed us with pestilence. I think when you read in Chronicles, it say he destroyed like 70,000 with a pestilence. Like the Most High, hey, his ways are not our ways, and his thoughts are not your thoughts. So the way the Most High do things is way out. So he's killing, and I'm pretty sure you got other nations getting caught up, but I'm guarantee a lot of Israelites are suffering. When you read in this Bible is for the Israelites. The curses are for the Israelites. And a lot of Israelites are getting jammed up in this pestilence that the Lord has going. And you see that the Lord has put the spirit on the government, the city officials, saying that they can't do nothing because it's legal. Another way that the Most High, the beautiful works that he's doing to show his prophecy. Pestilence is a plague, a marine, a disease, a plague. It says in a sense of destroying, a pestilence, okay? A sense of destroying, all right? So you have here what they call a skin rotting plague. You see the people bent over. The zombie drug as known as technical legal in Los Angeles County, And I know the brothers out there already reported on it. It says a zombie drug, a veterinarian tranquilizer approved in the U.S. for cows and horses, is now flooding the illicit U.S. drug market, with dealers often cutting it with cocaine and heroin. You see, it's always some whoop in it, all right? And then you got the fentanyl thing. Fentanyl is basically, it enhances whatever drug you put it in, okay? A lot of people think that fentanyl will kill you. Well, yeah, it will. But fentanyl, I know someone who was actually pronounced dead on the table, and they gave him fentanyl to bring him back. So, you have to be careful when you say things like, oh, it'll kill you, but hey, well, it brought this one person back to life. But when you cut it with something, if you cut it with cocaine, it enhances the cocaine. Because if anybody ever sold drugs. It comes pure into here, into the borders. Once it gets into the hand of Jake now or Esau now, they're gonna cut it with baking soda and they're gonna take the purity away. When you put fentanyl with it, it just raises it back up to the pure level that it was in the beginning. That's what it does to every drug. If you put fentanyl or heroin and you shoot it up, you finna go to the spirit world. That's what it is. You know, that's what it does. But you see there, these tranquilizers, man, you see they already cutting it with cocaine and heroin. It says, but it is the most important offer used to cut fentanyl, the lethal, potent synthetic opioid that already kills tens of thousands of Americans every year. The drug has spread to LA, Los Angeles of late, with news crews capturing people hunched over and on the ground strung out on the drug. The problem, LA County Sheriff officials say, is the drug is technically a legal substance. The county is not desperately trying to track the how you say that exogene's presence throughout the city, according to KTLA. You see that? Look at that state, and I guarantee you, Israelites are getting caught up in there. Okay, the Israelites who have failed to come back to the Heavenly Father, and you've been a sinner, the Heavenly Father has always a special way to take you out. And a lot of Israelites are getting taken out by this zombie state tranquilizer, I guarantee you. Okay, when you scroll down, it says the DA of the county's health department have both issued urgent warnings against the use of this drug. When combined with the opioid like fentanyl, as is frequently the case, Alaxazine enhances the life-threatening effects. See, it enhances the life-threatening effects of the respiratory depression, slowing and stopping your breathing. They just suffocate you. Causing by opioids, increasing the risk of overdose and death, county officials said. Tracking the drugs, officials say, will allow them to get a sense of just how bad the problem is and the best practice to cut it off. See, Esau control all these drugs and what's being moved, man. They know everything that's going on. You got to remember the Lord is using them as a whooping stick because Esau said in Psalms 83, let's cut them off from being a nation. So he's down with killing a few of his people to kill a lot of our people. That's Esau, okay? And the Heavenly Father is using him to whatever he wants, to his will, okay? Let's look into the book of Jeremiah in the scriptures and show you, hey, the Lord, hey, he's already said all this in the scriptures, man. Jeremiah 21:6, it says, I will smite the inhabitants of this city, both man and beast, they shall die of a great pestilence. Okay, and this is just part of it. When you see this opioid crisis, it's a part of the pestilence, man. That the Heavenly Father has allowed Esau to push out here to what? Basically take you Jakes out. Okay, the non-desirables are unfaithful. The Lord said in the Apocrypha, the unfaithful just shall die in their what? Unfaithfulness. Okay, it told you that in the second chapter, second Ezra, 15th chapter, I think around the third, fourth verse. The unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, man. So the Lord has Esau out here moving these drugs, right? Keeping an eye on it. He know what's happening, pushing it in the streets, and you watching a lot of you Israelites catch a hold and die. The ones of you have not come back to the Heavenly Father, to his laws, statutes, commandments, and having faith. Faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua and his counsel and what he said he's going to do. And how he's told you to get out of this situation, the things you got to do, the roads you have to walk to try to basically beat this, man. Okay? Because we all just one step from being, back into the world. Because the world is all around us. We in this damn broad place, walking the straight and narrow, trying to walk a straight gate. You see what I'm saying? We all one wake up from the Heavenly Father putting the Spirit on us to be right back that way. But you have to keep fearing the Heavenly Father. Okay, keep reverencing Him. Okay, and keep supplications, man, that He protect you and have mercy on you. That's the key. Okay? And it says, nurses have described the wounds caused by uh, Elixin, some I can't pronounce that word because I bet the exhalation. I'm gonna say it like that. Exhalation. The X could be silent. Hell, I don't know. As appearing as thought, something is eating away your flesh from the inside out. So this drug that got pushing out there is eating the insides. You know, once you start having kidney damage, you know you'll start getting black rings. Your pancreas, you'll start getting dark. So I bet you they looking like, like I said, they eating it. They looking like zombies, man. You know, straight looking like zombies. 'Cause they always talk about the zombie apocalypse. There used to be movies on that. So you got a city full of these people just walking around. That's bringing to light these movies they've been making. The zombie apocalypse. They had everybody watching the series and all this stuff. It's right before you. All you gotta do is go to LA. Go outside. Go outside of LA, you'll see that same movie. Real life, reality, TV. It'll be right in your face. And it says various uh, liberal politicians and city officials have attempted to implement numerous policies to cut the main issues that have arisen due to the swelling homelessness and drug addiction population. And that's a pestilence, bro. That is a pestilence that the Heavenly Father has put out here to rid away undesirables, man. Let's go to Psalm 78. And I think it might be 49, somewhere in 48. Well, let me see. No, 48. Cast an evil angel among them. 50. He made a way to his anger. He spared not their soul from death. You see it. He ain't sparing their soul. The Lord got people being eaten from inside out, bro. It says, but gave their life over to their pestilence. He gave their life over to them. Okay, this is what you want to do? You don't want to come back to the Heavenly Father? Oh, you like drugs? I'm finna bring something. You got to remember, man, it's like the evolution of drugs, man. People just used to take a little speed pill. You know, in the 70s, they did some weed. You know, cocaine has always been around. Then it started elevating, man. And here in like the 2000s, you start having all that shit, bath salt shit. Now you got fentanyl that they lacing with the drugs. You know, you've had all Molly's and Percocets, and everybody is on all this shit, Xanaxes and you know everything, man. You know they on over the counter drugs. Everything is heightened. Okay, you take a Xanax and mix it with fentanyl, you be probably high as hell and be in a zombie state. People take volumes. You know, you take volumes, you be sitting around with your mouth open, head down like you're on heroin sometimes. So the evolution of these drugs, the Most High has had Esau elevated for your death, man. Okay, he did it for your death. It says one Pacific harm reduction policy that failed was the opening of the Tenderloin Center in San Francisco last year, a facility that meant to help alleviate the city's drugs and homelessness crisis, and it hasn't. Because I was just out there in San Francisco. I've been out there within the last 24 months, man. It's like, whew, man, all you see is homeless people. All you see is homeless people laying around everywhere, and it smells like piss and shit and weed, you know. And it says that it cost taxpayers a whopping $22 million and was meant to be a safe place for addicts to get high without getting robbed, without fear of fatal overdose. See, they making a place for them to get high. But see, Esau got these drugs they can give you to wean you off of that shit. But that's not the plan. They want to see this particular thing happen. You got to remember, Satan is in charge, man. He's all about fear, death. Okay, he's all about taking a piece from the world, pursuing the Revelation, the 6th chapter. He's all about that, man. He's all about that, man. Okay, he's all about it. And this is a curse that was in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, that will fall upon the Israelites. I guarantee you, a lot of Israelites are falling by this particular pestilence. Deuteronomy 28:21, the Lord Yahweh shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee until he has consumed thee. Consumed thee meaning what? Till he's taken you out, destroyed you, killed you. From off the land whither thou goest to possess it. So the Heavenly Father, this is a curse upon the Israelites as well. You see that? The homelessness, this flesh-eating drug they got out there, okay? This is a part of, look at that, motherfucker just bent over, spit and slobber coming from his mouth. That's like an Edomite. So, hey, Jake is falling into it too, okay? So with that, man, I hope this lesson was edifying to the election of Israel. We'll give all praise, honor, and glory to our Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Waha, Rakah, Kodash. Look at that zombie. You see that? And double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who rule well and teach well. Salutations to the hopeful elect, GMS Arkansas. To the next time, Shalom.